Hello.
Oh my God, Ben, what are we doing this today?
Yeah, you've got an update, haven't you? So we're
Yeah, it's
gonna be playing a bit more of this. So we're at the Egyptian Museum. Um, well, let's duel the couple of Well, no, let's go to the train station or the Egyptian exhibition.
here's a question for you, Ben. Would
That's
you
wrong with.
consider the card battle thing as a form of sport within the Yu-Gi-Oh world?
Well, I wrote a post about this, if you remember,
I don't.
didn't you?
No, you wrote a lot of stuff, and I've wrote a lot of stuff. I can't remember everything.
Well, yeah, I made the point that it's some within the Yu-Gi-Oh universe. It's oh, fuck's sake. This is annoying. You can't use a one of a kind card. You could have used You could have done it in in Sacred Cards, but I think it's just a way to make you hate the game a bit more. Yes, I compared it to some combination of soccer and poker, and then it's as big and famous as soccer, and it's considered a viable career path. But there's also serious money involved in actually playing the game. You can win a lot, so you probably go into a casino in the Yu-Gi-Oh universe, and instead of blackjack, they'll have card tables with professional jewelers. As we'll see later in this game, there's a character who is working on a cruise ship as their resident duelist. Um,
Is it Victoria Coren Mitchell?
no, no. Yeah, good reference. She's a very accomplished poker player. For those of you who don't know, so married to David Mitchell. And it will never not feel good to fucking sweep through this game because I had such a hard time. And I know it's cheating, but I really don't care. I'm playing
As
this.
long as you're having fun,
I'm playing this for fun.
that is the important thing. So, on the topic of sport, let's talk about some sport, shall we? I over the last weekend watched three different sporting events.
How do I get to the Egyptian?
Don't know, not that way. So I watched three different sporting events, Ben.
Yeah, what were they?
Well, there was the Formula One, naturally,
Oh, there we go.
because you know me,
Mhm.
I watched Formula One,
Oh
and
no.
it wasn't an overly special race, so no biggie.
Hmm.
Um, I watched the Chelsea versus Bournemouth football match,
Mhm.
which was on about half an hour after the Formula One, and one of the lads was watching it, so I thought, okay, I'll watch it as well. And even probably more surprisingly to you, I watched a boxing match.
Ah, whose
I
boxing
watched
match?
uh, Tyson Fury versus something Usyk.
Oh,
I bet on I bet a fiver on Tyson to win.
you're always gambling, aren't you?
No, not always. It's just nice to have a stake in it, you know.
Yeah.
I was watching it with the lads again. It's like they give a shit about the sport. It'd be nice to get something out of it. Um, the bloke that I bet on did lose
Mm.
by points because it was a points decided thing. This is just being something that happened about 5-10 minutes after one of the lads said, "Oh, he couldn't possibly lose."
Oh.
So yeah, you should take a find actually.
Mhm.
Um, but no, the I watched a boxing match, and the bloke who won, he's from Ukraine.
God, that felt good. Is he?
He's from Ukraine, yeah.
Oh
And
well.
the guy who lost, suggested that he had only won because he's from the Ukraine, not the Ukraine, sorry, from Ukraine,
Yeah.
and his country's at war, so people are more sympathetic towards it.
Right. And
Yeah,
he
which
you power that sympathy powers his punches.
I guess so. Yeah,
Oh, cutscene.
just like communism, man,
Yeah.
and how the
Yeah.
power of potatoes makes him strong,
Wow.
or whatever.
Yeah, there's a dead guy in the corner. Yes, I did. I could have fucked with him and said, no, I didn't see that.
I didn't see nothing.
Well, yeah, I've always thought I might like boxing, really. But yeah, there is a boxing match coming up that interests me somewhat. Instead of
Interesting.
our mission is to find the Millennium items and get them all, and they've all got guardians we've got to beat. Can I draw you again.
Is one of them a falcon?
What? Oh, it's this. It's Elon Musk.
So this boxing match that you're interested in?
Yes, it's we've talked about it before. Mike Tyson versus what's his face?
Can't remember.
The YouTuber.
Oh,
The one who
Logan Paul.
yeah. Um, and I saw a post on Reddit where they looked at their training videos and compared them.
Mm.
And one of the things that was pointed out is that every time Logan Paul throws a punch, he pulls his leg back. And people were saying if, squirrely amateurs like them can notice that, and there's no way in hell a seasoned veteran of the boxing ring like Mike Tyson isn't going to see that. you know, um, yeah, I mean, Mike Tyson's older, but he's skilled and he's experienced and he's really, really good at what he does, and he's got a lot of training behind him. The puppeteer of doom, and it made me think recently about Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali were on the Arsenio Hall show, which is a chat show in America, or was.
Mm.
And Arsenio Hall asked Mike Tyson or Muhammad Ali who would win in a fight between him and Tyson. And Muhammad Ali, being the humble, self-effacing man he was, said Ali, or said Tyson. Obviously, Tyson said no, that Muhammad Ali was the greatest of all time. But Ali's point was that if the general consensus that they reached, it seems, is that because Muhammad Ali's thing was that he was fast and he would tire you out and then he'd have you. So essentially, it was a case of if Tyson hit Ali, Ali would go down. But that's an if, you know.
Yeah.
But just the fact that Muhammad Ali was saying Mike Tyson would beat me, even though it's debatable whether that's true, gives you an indication of the skill of the man, doesn't it?
No, absolutely.
Because Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali.
You just reminded me.
Now this is very funny, but you're not going to get this because you don't have any Yu-Gi-Oh knowledge. So this is the villain, Sol Chevalsky.
Okay.
Now he bears a striking resemblance to a character from the anime called Maximilian Pegasus. Literally, the only difference is that this character has an eye patch. None of these characters recognize him until he later tells us that he's Pegasus. It's very amusing to me. It's like a Clark Kent Superman thing.
I've heard that Dolly Parton goes out and about without wearing her blonde wigs.
Yes.
She wants to be alone. And
yeah.
So yes, and it works perfectly well.
She's a brunette.
Tony Hawk, the skateboarder, doesn't even have to do that. He just walks about, and no one recognises him.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Your Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson thing reminded me of Philip of Macedonia and the Spartans.
Yes.
Yes, you are advised to submit without further delay. For if I bring my army into your land, I will destroy your farms, slay your people, and raise your city. Yes. Do you know what the reply was?
If.
If.
Do you know what happened?
He destroyed their farms, slayed their people, and raised their city.
They lost.
Yes, but they put up a good fight.
Yeah, that story works well until you find that bit out. That they did in fact get their arse handed to them. Now, there's lots of little additional things in this game that you can easily miss.
Okay.
I don't really remember most of them, which is a bit annoying. Right, let's stack our deck a bit more, because this game does escalate. That's worth having, I think. So is this, to be honest. That's definitely worth having. That's nothing worth having. Yes. 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 Right. Okie dokie. Picking a pokey. I'd rather have. Actually, you know what? I need to get rid of this too.
I couldn't do boxing. I haven't got the strength for it.
No, I don't. I'm a little weenie boy.
Don't get me wrong, I can take a few punches, but I don't enjoy it.
Well, I would like to bulk up a bit. I don't like my weenie forearms, and you know, at a certain point, you do have to do something about it if you don't like something.
It's true. Get some weights.
Yeah. So. Okay, come on, let's continue the game.
See how close that is.
It's aboard a cruise ship. Yeah, we're already at cruise ship duelist time. And we're gonna spoil this date.
Good, that'll teach him.
How dare you be in love? Let's embarrass this guy in front of his girlfriend.
Well, what else are we going to do, right? What are my BPM? I can measure my beats per minute.
Can you really?
My watch will measure my beats per minute. Apparently it's going at 90 at the moment.
That good?
Well,
Are you medically dead?
No. A healthy range is 60 to 100, but it's a bit higher than I'm accustomed to. But it's been a bit high today.
I still have sparks in the deck. That's a bit of a. I should probably get some traps. Yeah, go on.
My range today is 51 to 137.
Right.
Which is a bit low and a bit high, respectively. But there was a point today where my high, before exercising, was about 122. And I believe that was entirely because of pure rage. Which is like, Marco, you know.
Yeah.
It was not a fun day.
No, it's not nice when you get that angry, is it?
No, I don't like it.
Because you do think, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to say something I shouldn't, and then my job will be in jeopardy. Oh, yes. This guy is, well, he's an actress who's obsessed with this lady who is the cruise ship duelist.
I appear to have fixed my issue with the audio. So with the Euro Truck Simulator.
Lovely.
So that's good news. I can get it to do the thing. Video. Okay. So I'll get it.
Yes. Sorry, chap. I prefer to watch. Okay, well. Let's beat up his rich wife. You know, the one real disadvantage of doing this with cheats on is you don't get an accurate view of just how fucking aggravating this game can be. I say can be, is. I mean, this is really a catharsis playthrough for me.
As long as you are having fun of a sort, that's what really matters.
Yeah.
That is the only thing that matters, is that you are having fun. I don't even need to be having fun.
Well, there is a point where it is going to get difficult, even with the cheat. You know, I might have to cheat some more, but we'll see. It's not like it's utterly devoid of challenge. I mean, look at that. 3 deck capacity, 186 dynamo, and a shit card. Yeah, I'll duel the simp. So if we lose this, she has to marry him.
Oh God.
But we're not going to.
Oh, you hope?
Well, I know I won't.
Well, no, but you know, you don't want to. Don't want to force her to have to marry you.
No.
Is that on the output? Yes, it is. Lovely stuff. I've got the menu game, the menu music for Euro Truck. So I haven't set it up.
Oh, lovely, it's working then.
Yeah. There's such a wide range of crap in this game on these cards.
Sorry?
There's such a wide range of crap on these cards.
What do you mean?
Well, like, there was a dinosaur, and then there was like a weird, I don't know, fleshlight monster. And then, like, isn't there a sword for one of them?
Yeah.
And like a clock or something?
Yeah.
I don't know, just fucking the range of it all is ridiculous.
Shame we can't actually gamble here.
Well, we
Oh,
don't want
fuck.
to introduce gambling to kids, do we?
No. Right, here's Millennium item number 2.
I've continued listening to Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, yeah, any more ejaculations?
Quite a few, actually. I nearly messaged you the other day because there was another ejaculation. Like, it came through and I was like, should I tell Ben? Nah.
It's alright. Oh no. Our zebra got beaten by that candle hand.
See what I mean? It's absurd.
What's not to understand about this game? I don't get it.
I can do an ECG as well on my phone, on my finger now.
Can you really?
Yeah, apparently my rhythm does not show signs of atrial defibrillation.
That's handy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently it's 84 beats per minute.
Oh,
It's a
no.
bit high for me. The last two were 68. Both of them were 68. And all before that was 74.
I love how you're so uninterested in this game that you're talking about your beats per minute.
Well, no, it's an interesting thing, isn't it? I'd like to know what your beats are, but I don't know if
I don't know.
means test.
I get out of breath going up the stairs. Do you?
I do, but I've got 2 flights of stairs to get here, and I'm normally carrying something. So it's not really a fair. If I was just taking it at a leisurely pace, then maybe I'd be fine. You know.
Well, I do run upstairs.
Well, that's the thing. It's an extra thing to cause you to get knackered.
Remind me. Well, there's something I want to. Is that the fleshlight monster you saw? Because that's a hand.
No, it was like a weird toothy, tentacly monster.
That
thing. It's not really a fleshlight, but I just figured it.
I mean, that's probably not too bad to put in the deck at this point.
Someone would fuck it if they could. That's all I'm saying.
Fun fact, in Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series, which is fun and I like it, but it takes some ages to upload, this guy sounds like Borat.
Oh.
That was nice and easy. Okay, time to edit the deck a bit.
My Millennium item.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm not very good at Borat.
It's fine, it is basically that. No. I know I've got 2 of these, which means it's probably the best way to do it. There you go.
Have you ever actually watched Borat?
No.
No, me neither. Everything I know of Borat is from what's ended up in mainstream media as a sort of joke about it.
Well,
I've never actually seen it.
I've heard that despite its reputation, the satire is sort of on point. Like there's a bit where he's in an RV with 3 college students and they end up talking about how we should bring back slavery.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah.
Well, I mean...
You know, because people reveal themselves to a character like that.
Yeah. If I don't think he's taking you seriously, or if you can't take him seriously, you don't take him seriously, do you?
No. Would you like a topic?
Yeah, go on.
You hear about that Portuguese meteor?
I did not.
Well, there was a meteor in Portugal. And, I don't know whether you saw the... Well, I know you didn't, because you weren't aware it was a thing, but there was some beautiful footage.
Yeah.
I mean, it really left a lovely trail in the sky, and it was quite big. It's probably the best meteor footage I've ever seen. Not that I've seen an awful lot, but, yeah.
Well, most meteorites burn up before we really get to see them, don't they? So,
Yeah, that's true. I bet the one that wiped out the dinosaurs looked pretty.
yeah, I bet it did.
Yeah.
There's that meme, isn't there? Of it's like a little comic of a dinosaur seeing a shooting star and making a wish.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
someone else is like,
Oh,
"What did
it's
you wish for?"
For some reason that makes me think of there was a meme. I think it might have been 2016 or 2020. It was a year when a lot of awful things happened, and the meme
Could
was
be,
sorry.
could be either.
Yeah. And oh yeah, this is another moment where two characters are dueling to see which one gets to fuck a lady. Although the other situation wasn't quite like that, but it's essentially what it is.
Christ, maybe I should get into Julian.
Yeah, it was a year when a lot of stuff happened, and the meme was a bunch of aliens, sort of in the on backstage saying, "Oh shit, I'm so nervous. We're up next," and that sort of stuck with me. Like, yeah, that's knowing our luck.
God, we haven't half fucked things up, have we?
Oh, it'll pick up. People
Well, I mean, I don't.
people have short memories. Things are going to get really really shit for a while, and then they'll get much much better. You know.
It's worth noting we personally haven't fucked things up.
No, if it was up to me, things would be going a lot better.
Mm.
But it ain't.
No, I didn't. I didn't do or say anything that had an impact.
Mm. Right, they're off to duel strong independent cruise ship lady. So why don't we head over and see what the deal is? You might like this because there's some BDSM elements in this. Trigger warning.
Do you think so little of me?
Look at that. They're her slaves.
That's not BDSM. That's abuse. And it's
M-
important that people
means-
know the difference.
I mean, that could be a caption, couldn't it? Hey, that could be one of your captions, couldn't it? Eh?
What? This isn't BDSM. This is abuse, or that those words.
Minion 1 and Minion 2.
You know, I did one recently where the premise was that the bossy female in the setting only had female submissive elements, so you could become her submissive element, but you'd have to transition for her first. And asking, would you do that? Because I thought, fuck it, I don't have anything else to. I don't care anymore what they think.
They're really selling out.
You know what? Actually, the things have been slower since the argument about the AI thing. But I've also posted a lot less, so I'm chalking up to that. You know how I make a batch at a time, and then post them over the next however long. I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel of the last batch, and I need to find time to make some more. So they're the weakest, they're the weaker ones at the moment. But I'll make a big batch, and then I'll get a load of feedback, and then I'll make a big batch. That'd be nice. But like I say, I've not really got an awful lot of time to do stuff at the moment. I mean, that's not true. I have got time. But it's the time I've got, I want to spend relaxing at the moment. But I've got some time to myself this weekend. All day Sunday, I'm by myself. Got a race in the afternoon. But other than that, I can do what I want.
Well, that'll be nice.
Yep, I might have a lion if I can.
Lovely.
Doubt I will. I woke up at 4 o'clock for a little while today. Thinking about an issue that we had at work yesterday, and how actually it might not be quite as big as an issue as before. It's just depressing. Also, I needed a piss, but you know, bladder doesn't hold as much as it used to.
No, I'm finding that.
We're getting old, Ben.
We are. Jesus. My co-worker took some delight in reminding me that I'm almost halfway to 60. Apparently she did so because I had previously said when she turned 25 that she was halfway to 50. I don't recall doing that, but it seems like something I'd do.
Well, I mean, it is true that you are almost halfway to 60.
So are you.
But here's a question.
Yeah.
Does that is it actually that day, or would it be a day either side because of leap years?
I don't know. I think you could argue I'm not halfway to 60, really, because the years when you're a kid, they don't really matter, do they? They're you know. Oh, this thing isn't done yet, is it?
I suppose there's also the possibility that you factor in how quickly it goes by.
Yeah.
At which point we're probably more than halfway to 60 because the years just keep getting faster. In the words of Smash Mouth, the years start coming and they don't stop coming.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Okay, well, let's go shopping. No, I reckon we could do with some trap cards. Don't you?
Yes. Traps are awesome. Everyone should enjoy traps.
That's fucking useful. Look at that. You can destroy every monster on the field.
Including yours.
You could probably get that too, actually. No, on my opponent's monsters.
Okay. Just because obviously
We'll get another one of those.
the wording of these things is
one of
quite important
these.
after all.
Should we get a little D?
No, I've already got one.
Right, let's dump that. I'm not going to need that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. Give me another one of these. 3. 4. Really? Yeah, let's go cost. That's probably a good way to do it. There we go. Oh, I've still got one more space.
Might as well use it.
There we go. Lovely. You got a topic you want to throw out there?
Did you hear about that Hong Kong spy?
The one who died?
The one who died mysteriously.
Oh, well, are you really a spy if you don't die mysteriously?
Yes. You can be a spy and not die mysteriously. But no, he'd been charged, hadn't he, with having aided the Hong Kong intelligence service or whatever it is, and then he's mysteriously died. And it's like, well, hang on a minute. Clearly something was going on there. Maybe we were onto something.
Yeah. It was that guy who ended up, like, they said it was suicide and he'd locked himself in a suitcase, apparently.
Yes, he was one of the blokes who's found evidence saying that we faked nuclear weapons in Iran or Iraq or whatever, wasn't it?
No, it was John Kelly, was it? I don't know whether that was his name.
That was him.
No, he shot himself in a field.
Oh, okay.
But there's a lot of speculation about that.
Suicide.
It was in that conspiracy book.
Suitcase.
Um,
I'm literally searching suicide guy in suitcase.
We're going to Italy, bitches. Right, come on. Look at these two old farts. They're in a good place. They're going to be in this catacomb soon, aren't they?
Oh, Gareth Williams, I think.
Maybe. For some reason, he makes me think of like a Welsh politician.
His death. Yes. Okay. He was found in the main bedroom. In the bath of a main bedroom's ensuite bathroom inside a red sports bag, which was padlocked from the outside with the keys inside the bag.
Mm.
There is no sign of forced entry or of DNA that pointed to a third party present at the time of his death. But that's fine, because they wouldn't have to be present at the time of his death, would they?
No.
They also found no evidence of his fingerprints around the area. You know.
I mean, it's a pretty silly, a pretty mysterious way to kill someone, isn't it? To lock them in a suitcase. Because it's not exactly the sort of thing you'd do if you were committing suicide. Light beats dark. Beam beats light.
Isn't there that film where someone... I can't remember what it is, but they're investigating a murder or an attempted murder or something, and someone asphyxiates himself with a bag or something, and they work it out by testing it. Can't remember what it is now.
I don't know.
I'm sure that's something. Maybe I've just been on a dodgy website. I don't know.
Maybe it's possible.
Anything's possible these days. It's harder and harder to work out what's real and what's faked. That's not true. Everything's fucking fake. Even this is fake. We're not even friends, are we, Ben?
No, I'm an actor. My name is Jimmy Cockslap. I was in the bill.
He wasn't.
Marlon Brando. Why it's... Now, one of the interesting... I mean, it is a good sequel, this game. Because the ghouls come back, but I don't think they're working with the main villain. I think they're just on their own thing. Just stealing cards. Which I like.
It's nice to have range, isn't it?
Yeah. You may, if you were paying attention to the first game, recognise these characters. You almost certainly won't.
I recognise Boldy.
Yeah, he was the mime.
Cuckoo. Why do they all leave individually? Why can't we?
Because it's a fucking nightmare to code.
Is it? You just treat them as an individual, as one collective item, one sprite, and do it that way.
Maybe, but I don't know. I suppose that might look weird. I don't know. There's definitely a reason why.
They can make those people follow you. That's more complicated to code than.
Yeah. Right, we're up for our third.
That's got to be reactive to what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
Whereas having one sprite move on a scripted pattern, as looking like thought, that seems child's play compared to. I've been getting the urge to make a video game again.
Yeah, I think it might be nice to make a simple little video game. It's probably the sort of thing I'd do when I'm retired.
I've got like the tools to do it. I've got like an RPG maker. I can make like an early Pokemon game.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
I could
Why is this still in my deck? I should get rid of that. That's kind of pointless now, isn't it?
So it's something I keep thinking about and considering. But it's, again, I haven't got the time to do this if I want to do it. So I shouldn't be trying to throw more projects my way. Should I really?
True.
It'd be a very stupid thing for me to do.
Yeah, it's probably the sort of thing I'll do when I'm retired. So I think, was it last week? We had it was a big week for shitty portraits. That theme has continued. Using Kate Middleton's portrait of the Tattler.
I have not seen it. No.
Give it a Google.
Okay. Kate Middleton
Thank you, Bones.
Good God.
One of the things about this game is you fly around the world, like, constantly. So I'm guessing, I don't know what the canon explanation is at. Flights are cheap, we're rich. Maybe, I don't know, maybe we did like a sponsorship deal for an airline and we get free flights. But yeah, it's not the least, it's not as unflattering
It's
as
not as
the
bad as
King
yeah. It's not as bad as
Charles's
the other one.
flesh portrait, but it's not, get the fuck out of my way. But it's not,
It's not ideal, is it?
well, it's not grey, is it?
How hard is it for him to can't they just paint someone smiling?
I don't
Is that an
fucking
option?
know. I don't know why they are so bad at this.
I've got a comparison here, and
What?
it's not really a comparison. I'm going to send it. I know you're not, unless you look at it on your phone.
China!
But my immediate thought before when seeing this was that, well, of course that's not going to look anything like her, is it?
Hmm.
No, is it?
It's
Is
still
it,
these two guys.
what's it done? It's not sending the bloody thing properly. Oh, for fuck's sake. Ignore that. Oh, yeah.
Honestly, I'm kind of proud at Kid Me for getting as far in this game as I did. Because I was
Good.
I was not good at this. Right? I didn't know I didn't use traps or anything. So the fact I got as far as I did is a testament
The
to my
traps.
powers of persistence. And traps are
I thought the
really
whole point.
well, traps are
I
really
thought the whole point
useful.
was that traps want to be used.
Sorry?
I thought the whole point of traps were that they wanted to be.
Yeah, I didn't use them.
Oh well.
I didn't understand anything about the strategy. I just sort of mixed up my deck and hope for the best, I guess. But I got pretty far before I had to give up. I'm pretty sure I remember the point that I got to.
But you said something about pointing it out, so
Yeah. Yeah, I think it might have been the Galapagos Islands.
naturally. Hotspot for jewelers.
So if I just attacked, I would have won this turn.
Should have just attacked it, really, shouldn't it?
Mm. I got a piece of Exodia I'll never use.
Exodia!
I'm not going to buy much. I just need something with one tribute that's pretty heavy hitting. That'll do. Because I want to get rid of my turtle.
Those damn turtles.
Oh, hey, I want that in. That's a god card. I'm having that. Right. We sent it.
Yeah, I sent it. I sent it a while back.
Okay, let's go to China. Admire the world map.
I've admired the world map. My immediate thought when seeing that was, well, that's not going to look anything like her, is it?
Let me see. Sorry, bear with us, viewer/listener. What's this?
This thing I've sent, this picture.
Oh, right. Is this, okay, that's the... Oh, I get what you mean. Yeah.
The artist that did it, but like,
No, it's a shitty painting. They're...
it's not good. It's better than the other one, but it's not good.
Yeah.
China.
Yeah.
Is that the Great Wall you're standing on?
Yes, it is.
God
Surprisingly
damn it.
devoid of tourists.
Well, you know, they're all away watching the dueling championship, but you've not been invited to.
Yeah, something is weird about these two guys.
Can't say that about people in their homeland.
So, in canon, these two are described as duelists for hire. So they're like hired assassins, but for a children's card game. You know,
How
it's
absurd
like
is that?
going into a bar and saying, "I need you to beat someone at Buckaroo." It needs to look like an accident. I'll give you 20k up front.
I could be good at Buckaroo for 20k. I'd be good at Buckaroo for about
It's
decent
so satisfying beating these guys. Now, one tip I would give to people playing this for real, if you're watching, which you're not, is use field cards. Not necessarily to give yourself an advantage, but just because it gets rid of well, this is a field we're on, so you'll notice this has got a boost.
I thought you were on a. I thought you were on a Great Wall of China.
If you use a field card, it'll get rid of it, so they'll lose that advantage.
Yeah.
Which is handy. Oh my god, it's doing a backflip.
Fucking hell, get it right.
Backflip.
You're gonna hate me for this.
They're going to double team us.
You're gonna really hate me for this.
Why?
I need the toilet.
That's okay, I'll prattle on to myself.
Sorry.
Number ones or number twos?
It feels like it could be number twos. I'll be as quick as I can.
Okay. Well, while he's doing his business, I guess we'll just plow on with this. Now, this is the first, well, it's not the first of many. I think we've had one before, a tag duel. Unfortunately, they're not particularly well implemented in this game because they're essentially just a normal duel. I don't know how you would set that up as a tag duel, but it would have been interesting to see. I don't think that the hardware was built for it really. Honestly, I kind of think maybe they should remake these games. I think it might be kind of cool to do it with retro cards, but with the proper mechanics implemented and better sprites. I wouldn't be surprised if there was some ROM project in the works along those lines, but who knows? So yeah, this is very cathartic. I had a lot of trouble with these two when I was a kid. A lot of trouble. It was not easy. I'm surprised that it has such a low cost. Oh, there we go. He's using his blue eyes, as always. And we did it. Yay. It is honestly, I like the story of this game. It is a good sequel, and I like how we get some development with characters, like Bones, for example, has presumably gone out of the Shadow Realm. He was left in Battle City. Although I suppose that this game is a direct sequel to the Sacred Card, so it's sort of a different canon. But he's sort of found his own worth, which is nice. I like Bones in these games. He's a good, friendlier sort of character, which is nice. Yeah, I don't think Jordan's too fond of this, which I don't blame him, to be honest. It's because it's so quick, and unless you know it, and I don't think he knows the first bloody thing about this. Most people of our generation know a good bit, but he apparently doesn't know anything. So yeah, I sort of don't blame him for being a bit bored by it all. But I'm bored by some of his stuff too. It's just very slow in places. Though I am liking Euro Truck Simulator because there's not really that much to follow. Let's get this thing out. Yeah. I really like Blackluster Soldier. I used to use it in my deck when I was little. God, we are burning through this. Oh, this is funny. It's what? It's Soldier? No. Are we going to put two and two together? Yes, we are. This is finally it. For fuck's sake. I like how it brings everything together. What a groundbreaking revelation. Okay. Well, let's go and save, and then we'll have a chat with the Sheezy. We've got 4 so far. Is there a way to tell? There's no way to tell. Okay.
No way to tell what.
It's not like gym badges. Oh, you're back.
Yeah, I've just got back now.
How was it?
You know what? It ended up, I think, just being a bit of gas.
Full of hot air, eh?
Yeah.
Well, we got another Millennium thing.
Lovely stuff. What was it?
It was an eye.
Ooh, the Millennium Eye.
Yeah,
When do you get the dome?
we don't.
Or the bridge?
We don't. Or the Robbie Williams single.
Or the
Oh no, this
not
douchebag
quite.
got it.
Or the not quite right. Oh no, I'm thinking it's Animal, not Millennium.
Mhm. Have you got any topics?
I've got one left.
Right, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4,
Plus
5,
stuff.
and there's one of which is a connections round, one of which is something I need to look up, so I can't do those until yours. So let's do 2 and 1. There's been some TV news.
Okay.
We have some returns. One of which will interest you. Do you know what it is?
No.
Red Dwarf. Red Dwarf is coming back. Did you hear
I had heard
that?
about it.
Yes.
A 3-part special or something?
Yeah.
I'm that out of date with it anyway, actually, to be honest with you. Probably a deal to me.
Do you know in the last
I've not
special,
seen anything.
they visit the actual Coronation Street? Did you see that?
That's the last I saw, but they've done series since.
Yeah, I vaguely. Did they bring it back for a bit? I can't remember.
Yeah, but I've not seen any of the stuff after they brought it back. So I'm that far behind.
Maybe I'd like Red Dwarf. Do you think I'd like it?
I mean, can you get behind silly, cheap, low effort, low budget sci-fi?
Yes.
Then you'd probably enjoy it.
I think
It doesn't take itself too seriously, but there are times where it's serious.
one of the things that sort of puts me off is it makes me think of. I think I watched it when I was a kid, like 3 o'clock in the. Well, I say a kid when I was younger. There was like 3 o'clock in the morning. There's nothing else on. It just sort of has that vibe to me now. I like it.
Some of the earlier episodes are a bit meh, but some of them are. I mean, as a rule, it just works. Some of them, you know, they work really well. Like, well, one of the early ones has the embodiment of someone's confidence becomes a physically manifest, and confidence and paranoia. The episode's called, and physical representations of both of those two things become a thing on the ship, and all of a sudden there's some danger going on, and they try and work out what's going on, and it's like the way that plays out is actually, you know, what is more dangerous in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, I think there are some. I've heard there are some interesting concepts, but this is a hell of a turnout for a show at basically the equivalent of like Disney World, isn't it? There's 5 of us in the audience.
It'd have been a nightmare to code it.
Yeah, it would have been. And now it's an audience participation thing. So I'm gonna
That's
find.
why there's no one there.
Well, these were characters that appeared in a sort of controversial, divisive arc in the TV show because it interrupted a more interesting arc. Uh, but these were members of the Kyber Corporation board. They were like senior figures. Like there's the
Okay.
CFO and like the head of marketing or whatever. The head of the law department's one of them, and they were.
This probably won't come as a surprise to you, but I don't know what type of corp thing is.
That Kyber Corp is owned by Seto Kyber. It's the big corporation. He's like the arsehole character. We've met him.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's a virtual world thing, and I actually like it. But yeah, I guess they've been given the opportunity to redeem themselves by being theme park mascots.
Truly, everyone's greatest wish.
Mm. Oh my god. But Red Dwarf isn't the only show that returned. Or is
No?
returning.
What's the other one?
Do you remember Outnumbered?
I do remember Outnumbered.
It's a series I haven't thought about in years. And
Q Dennis and what's her face?
I barely watched it, but that's coming back for Christmas special.
Of course it is.
Now, I read the BBC article on this, and it reminded me of the unique selling point of Outnumbered, which is that it was heavily improvised in the early years because they had kid actors. And they basically just let the kids sort of run with it from time to time, and Hugh Dennis and the other lady sort of worked off them, and that was part of the fun. Which you can't really do with adult actors because you've got to either script it or let them improvise, and that never really works as well. The improvisation is hard. It's all right if you're a kid because kids do funny things, as we've established in the Space Babies review we did.
Which is a Doctor Who episode for anyone who hasn't seen that.
Yeah.
And wants to know why we were talking about Space Babies.
Yeah.
I think they made thinking back on that episode, they spent time reiterating their Space Babies.
Yeah. It wasn't a good episode. I've someone at work I talked to about Doctor Who. The one who said her relationship with me was the most volatile she'd ever had.
Not that one.
Yeah, she wasn't wild about Space Babies, but she liked Boom. Boom has been her favourite so far.
Is it really?
Yeah.
The Who Culture, who are on YouTube and that I follow and watch the videos of, they do a ups and downs for every episode. Like what's good about it, what's bad about it thing. And the woman who presents it, Ellie something or other, Ellie Fairchild, I think it is. She thinks it's the best episode of.
Boom.
I still think, I still think for all its flaws, The Devil's Court was a better episode for me.
You may be right. I don't know. The more I think about it, the more I think maybe. I don't know. I think conceptually, Boom had a lot going for it. I think execution-wise, it was probably better. It didn't make as many peculiar blunders as The Devil's Court did.
There was less that I felt that we could have very easily contributed to it by just being in the writing.
Yeah, but there were, as I say, I mean, we both really like Jinx Monsoon and that character, and we like the idea of some sort of dark pantheon of sort of god figures. So yeah, it's a hard one. I see where people are coming from.
Do you know what time the next episode's on?
I don't.
I'll have to look that open.
sort of ironic that we're using the ace card, or the favourite card of this guy's, the object of his affection, to beat him.
Well, like zebras.
No, the cruise ship lady uses harpy ladies.
Oh, okay.
And now he's going to attack into Big Shield and kill himself.
650 again.
Alright. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Looks like a Dr. Light one, doesn't it? So...
Yeah, it'll be good. Oh, and we're getting our fortunes told. What's he going to say? Crow Goblin? Noah? Huh. Hmm. Hey, look at that. We haven't looked it. Yeah, there's lots of little side things that pop up. At some point we do robot monkeys. We've got to make sure we don't miss that.
Robot monkeys. Riding on a pig, robot monkeys.
I like that there's characters that pop up from like the original manga as well as the TV show. Like this guy's a one-shot character from an episode of the TV show that people probably don't think about. What's his name? I can't remember. He's a dance guy.
Louis Spence.
No.
I quote him surprisingly often.
Louis Spence?
Yeah.
What are his quotes?
Well, specifically the, what are they going to do? Shoot me? They'd have to catch me first. I'm like a whippet.
He was amusing.
Yeah.
What's this guy's name? Johnny Steps.
Johnny Steps.
I don't think he was born Steps. It was probably something like Johnny Galashki or something.
That's one of the songs that they played. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Alright.
On the BBC.
Oops, Scootin' Baby. Driving me crazy. Yeah.
Witch of the Black Forest.
That's in Germany, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a Deutsche Hexe.
Yes, her and her gatto.
That's witch in Germany, though. Hexe.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Is that where we get hex from then?
I don't know. Could well be.
So now I'm fighting this paedophile penguin.
He looks like a nonce.
He says he wants her to work for him, but yeah,
he wants... work it.
I'm sure he'd love to get her behind a desk. Anyway.
Vampire Slayer. I'm still watching, and they had an interesting episode that I saw tonight. The one episode I saw, in which an alternate world version of Widow, as played by Alison Hannigan, arrived following a spell, and was a vampire. Confusion ensues, as always.
Yeah.
And at the end of the episode, it turns out neither of them can kill the other one. They can't kill each other for whatever reason. So they send her back to her own reality. Trouble is, it's just before she gets killed in the episode where we first met her. So they send her back, and then she almost immediately dies. Which is, I can't help but notice, it's very similar to plot point in, or I believe plot point in the last Spider-Man film. In all the villains that come into this reality, the reality of Tom Holland as Spider-Man, they're supposedly just before their point of death.
Huh.
Yeah, and it seems interesting to me that Buffy did it first in a way.
Is she a lesbian?
Actually, they touch on that as well because they the alternate version of her was quote seemed to be into girls, and Buffy said that it's fine. Vampire personalities are nothing like the real personalities. And Angel, who was there, said, "Well, actually, they look at him and said that's quite a good point."
Huh.
But very clearly, he was going to say, but
No,
she
no,
doesn't
no.
know that she's a lesbian yet. She's still dating Seth Green, which no doubt is why she became a lesbian. Although, to be fair, I saw a video of him. I'm assuming the guy who does the voice of Pinky from Pinky and the Brain,
Hmm.
doing the Anakin Obi-Wan argument in Revenge of the Sith in character voice,
Hmm.
and everyone fucking lost it when he did his Chris Griffin voice.
Yeah.
So I did the line "You turned her against" in his voice.
Huh.
Just seemed to tickle everyone.
We're
It,
going to
it seems
Canada.
weird. It seems weird seeing him actually do the voice.
Yeah. Oh, do you know how this? You know this is Canada.
Is it because he's going to say "oot"?
He says, "Buddy." He says, "A."
Eh? Okay.
That's how
What's
you
he
know
doing?
it's Canada.
Bloody
How
Canadian.
long do you think it took us to get here? This dig site, presumably in the Canadian mountains. You know, there's no
Is
direct
Canada
flight there.
known to be mountains?
I don't know. I don't think. Is there a place renowned for its prehistoric dig sites? I mean, if it was Montana, sure, but I suppose Canada and Montana share a border, so.
Prehistoric dig sites. Canada. Dinosaur dig sites in Canada. Uh, in Alberta, there's quite a few.
Well, there you go. We're in Alberta, presumably.
In Burgess Shale, in
That's
British
not good.
Columbia as well. The Canadian Rockies. So I suppose it makes sense.
See, I was going to be in trouble, but I can beat over it like that.
Oh, that's the point. You would have probably got the game of the day on that game Wordle.
Oh, really? Is it too late to do it
Because
now, I assume?
no, it's not too late to do it now. It should be okay for another.
Let me just very quickly head back to Japan because I want to go shopping. There's something I want to pick up or see if I can pick up. I kind of want to
God,
show you, actually.
It's like the idea of going to Belgium for breakfast.
Yeah.
Just nip over to Japan
Well,
to
I'll
go
have
shopping.
that, and well, I don't think I'll be able to put it in, but we'll have that. Oh, there is a card.
Hang on a minute. When did this come out?
Google it. I don't actually know. Early 2000s?
What's the actual name of it?
Reshef of Destruction.
Uh,
So, I'll get rid of Pinch Hopper, and I'll get rid of that. And I'll get rid of this because I don't need it. And,
2003, 2000, depending on where you were.
okay.
Concord was still around back then.
Oh, well, we could have taken Concord.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
you might be wondering why I'm putting such a weak monster in my deck.
Are you not going to distribute it?
No. There is a reason why.
Well, I should hope so. I didn't think you were a moron.
It has a special ability you might not see. We'll have to hope it comes up. Right. Back we go. Okay. Get out of my way. I have one more topic I can do this video.
I have one topic total, so I can do it, but that's it then.
Well, I'll
It's not relying on you and me improvising.
Well, maybe I'll save it.
Okay. Improvisation it is.
Boom. See, you can see this game was getting slightly harder. It would have taken me. You better be glad I'm cheating because it would have taken me weeks to get to this point, like a long, long time.
In fairness, it has taken you weeks. It's just one and a bit.
Mm.
Well, one and 2
All
thirds.
right, it definitely would have taken me months to get to this point. This would have been.
We've been at it an hour tonight.
Well, we'll go a little longer then, won't we?
Yeah, of course. I'm not trying to rush you. I'm just saying it's been an hour.
Yeah.
With us having done what we've done upgrade-wise in Euro Truck, it's very possible that we'll only end up actually doing the one job tonight.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, lovely. I was thinking you were in.
No, I met when you were gone. I said I actually quite like your fuck's sake, your Euro Truck Simulator videos because they're easy to an earthquake. They're easy to watch.
Yeah, there's not a lot to follow in them as a.
Yeah, I don't have to.
Are we still following a sat nav?
Okay.
Have we crashed into something? That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
That's all I focus on. Have those things happened? If not, then we're all good. So, as part of the features on an Apple Watch, you can compare and compete with your friends on there.
All right.
And if you if you fill a percentage of your target for movement, exercise, and standing up each day, you get points for it. You get points for every percentage. Now, my partner has decided to compete with me. She asked me to compete, so I said yes. But her goals for everything apart from standing are half the size of mine.
Huh.
Which means that she owns a percentage twice as big as I do.
Well,
I'm still winning.
I mean, you're an accountant. You can do the maths. You can suss out what the actual comparative percentage would be. I guess I don't know. Extrapolate or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, basic. There's only so many points you can earn per day anyway. But like, I am ahead in both days so far.
I have to say, it's very convenient that whenever there's a Millennium item, there's always like or mostly, because it wasn't at the Great Wall of China, there's a character from the Yu-Gi-Oh TV show present. Or maybe they're attracted secretly to the power of it. I don't fucking know. Anyway, please continue. I don't mean to interrupt you.
No.
Yeah, it is interesting to me. Oh, that's annoying. So are you like exercising together? That's not a rude question.
No. Although I plan on wearing it if we do the business. Gotta get those calories counted how I can. I don't know how quick she gets me heart pumping, all that kind of stuff. But no, like it's literally just a comparative thing. But the annoying thing is the standing around thing, because it's like it wants you every hour to stand up and walk about for an hour, which isn't that difficult to do. But the trouble is, it doesn't always count it.
No.
So like today at just before 3 o'clock or something, like 2 to 3, I nipped to the loo at work. Because I hadn't done the thing yet and I needed a wee. And I thought, well, that's perfect timing, right? I'll go, sort that out, come back, it'll be done. But it did count, but it counted towards the 3 till 4 time, not the 2 till 3 time. Even though the majority of the time that was there was pre 3 o'clock, it should have counted in the 2 to 3. And it's like, well, hang on a minute, because now you're saying that I've been idle for an hour. It literally says idle hours. And the number of hours that you've not done stuff. It seems a bit unfair because I was incredibly busy between 2 and then between 7 and 9. You know.
Well, I mean, it all counts in your total. I know it's a bit annoying that it doesn't split it properly or whatever, but
if there's any consolation, I did get the hour.
Well, that's something.
I literally made a point of putting it on so I could count my going to the toilet as an hour, because that's what is it? If you get a percentage, if you get points for every percentage, it wants me to do 12. So 1 divided by 12, that's 8 points at least for having gone to the toilet at 4 o'clock this morning.
Hmm.
If she's going to compete with me, I'm going to kick her ass. That's how it's going to work. And right now, she's got 918 points total. I've got 951.
I
2
mean,
days.
it's close. I understand she's at a bit of an advantage, but it's not.
Well, no, but that's the thing. She's at an advantage and still be.
Hmm.
Right?
Yeah. Yes.
And I do have to do twice as much, and like it is literally her goal for where is it? Yeah, her goal for movement is 500. Mine's 1,000. Her goal for exercise is 15 minutes. Mine's 30. So, you know.
Yeah.
And my understanding is 12 hours for both of us. But she teaches, so she stood up in front of a class.
That's very true.
Which also helps.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
You know. So I'm quite pleased with myself for doing as well as I have.
Yeah, you should be. Right.
Now the real challenge is how to min max the amount of time I'm at, so I can get 2 hours as cheaply as possible.
We have burned through this. We've only got 2 items remaining. We're almost at the halfway point of this game. Where are we going next? The Galapagos Islands.
Good God.
Is this Shizu paying for all this, do you think?
I'm going to say yes, but I can't remember who that is.
She's the lady who we keep talking to, as you know, she's the one who sends us to all these places.
Well, hopefully they're paying for it. That'll have, you know, wrangled their way into having it paid for us.
Or maybe we live in a socialist utopia where technology is so advanced that every flight is free.
Doubt it.
Maybe not. I mean, Kybercorp wouldn't exist, would it?
Probably not.
See, the advantage to these monsters, divine monsters, is that they don't have a weakness in the type chart. So it's pure brute force. You have to either spell or trap it, or have something that has a higher attack. So yeah, I can't emphasize enough how cathartic this is. I remember when I was a kid and playing through this, I longed to use the deck I was using in the Sacred Cards, just because I would have swept it. See,
it is nice sometimes to go back to old games and do so well at them. Like when I play that Elite Force game, Star Trek one.
That was probably a bad move, wasn't it? It was a bad move.
I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing in it. I know where to go and how to do stuff. There's no puzzle element for me anymore, and that was the thing that always used to annoy me.
You can experience a game just for the story. You know, as I've said, I quite like the story of this game. This is probably how it should be played. I've mentioned it before. There is a mod that makes it's called Reshef, but tolerable or something. Yeah, I may have to play that in my spare time actually, because it might be a good middle ground between this and the original game. Who knows? Who knows? Yes, I will.
Well, if you do end up doing that version on video, I'll probably be able to follow it a little bit better because I've half watched this one.
Yeah, if I do this 3 times, you'll be clapping along.
I'll be like, oh, that person with the glasses, knock off Elton John is gonna call you a maggot.
Regged White.
Yeah.
Dead right. Yeah.
Yes, dead right about it. He does though, doesn't he? He looks like knockoff.
Now that you've mentioned it, yeah.
Government scrambles to pass key laws before Parliament dissolves for election.
Yeah, I saw that. They're not passing the smoking ban yet, but they've got the thing for. I'm gonna risk this. They've got the thing for the post people. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get this. See, maybe we'll do duel one of the easy ones just to show you what that caterpillar does.
Hmm.
Because it's quite impressive if you can pull it off, and it's very useful. But the issue is, my cards are so strong, I can't bait the AI. Because, spoilers, if you leave it on the field, every turn it sort of evolves into something more powerful,
Oh, okay.
and eventually has like 3,500 attack. Um,
Jesus.
yeah, but and the best way to do it is to take advantage of the AI's programming, because the AI will always just attack. So if you place it in defense and put something weak out in attack, it'll always go for the life point thing. You know, the thing that will do life point damage.
Which makes sense,
Yeah.
really, seeing as the objective.
So that's the way you do it. But because my stuff is so strong, it's never going to attack into it. Uh, so yeah, I just have to get trap cards and no, this guy seems odd. He doesn't seem like the Yugi fellow we know and love. What do you mean? He's the same old dude we know and love.
Is he? I don't believe that for a minute.
No, it's not a disguise. It's uh, oh my god, a gay clown.
What the hell?
That's a reference. That's what he's called in Yu-Gi-Oh! The abridged series, which I'd recommend. I really liked it when I was younger. He's still not finished. He's been doing that since I was in secondary school. It takes him a
Really
long
not.
while to crank out those episodes,
Oh, Jesus Christ, that long?
like months,
Wow.
more than
What,
months, like
how do they actually
almost a
make them?
year.
What are they doing?
Well, he takes Yu-Gi-Oh episodes and he makes abridged versions, but he dubs over them and makes them funny.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, he's of the let's see, one, two, 3, 4, 5. So he's on the penultimate season. Um, so yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good to see him finish it and be able to watch them through from the beginning. Because they do amuse me. Cards haven't aged well, believe it or not. I mean,
No, I
you
believe
know, in
it.
the last decade plus. Ah, oh. Why, it's Teresa Coffee. Is that her name?
Therese Coffee is
Yeah.
definitely a person.
I think
But that's not her.
this is the only one who doesn't appear in the actual series. The only holder of a Millennium item that doesn't actually pop up. So he's just a random Egyptian chap. We did it.
Who do you think would be Paul McCartney's first guess? First choice for the Ivor Novello Award? Oh, sorry, no. For the honor of a fellowship of songwriters. Who do you think Paul McCartney would pick first?
John Lennon.
No, he's not. He wasn't mentioned.
Dunno.
Well, apparently, Bruce Springsteen has been given this award. It's the first time first international star to receive the award, apparently. And the quote is that Paul couldn't think of a more fitting recipient, except perhaps Bob Dylan, or Paul Simon, or Billy Joel, or Beyonce, or Taylor Swift. The list goes on.
Is that his quote?
That is a quote, yes. It's just roasting.
Oh,
He's
I
known as
lost
the
my God
American
card.
working man. He's known as the American working man, but he admits he's never worked a day in his life. When it comes to talent, he imagined how Springsteen would have been fitted into the Beatles, deciding when it comes to talent, he'd definitely be in the top 5.
People forget that the Beatles were funny.
Yeah, people,
Like, they were amusing.
what is it? I think people are saying that your haircuts are un-American.
Well, that's very observant of them, because we are not in fact American. We are in fact British. Yeah.
How did you find America? We turned left at Greenland, whatever it was.
you think Bob Dylan ever has or Bob Dylan? Do you think Paul McCartney ever has moments where he's like, "Fucking hell, I was in the Beatles"?
Oh, I fucking hope so. I really do, because that's
Because,
a big deal.
well, they've sort of. It's one of those groups or people that sort of transcend, you know, their genre. They're sort of legendary figures, aren't they? The Beatles. You
I
know,
mean,
they're
they
not.
got
They're not.
gold, didn't they?
They're not people. The Beatles. It's like Shakespeare isn't a person. Shakespeare is a thing. Is a concept. The Beatles are a concept.
I can't believe they got Paul they were able to de-age Paul for that Doctor Who episode.
You're never gonna drop that, are you?
I'm never gonna drop
All
that. It
that,
was fucking
all
awful.
that Disney money, and they can't get fucking.
They can't get a decent looking Paul.
No.
The more I look at John, the more I think it wasn't as bad as I felt at the time. Especially on a side by side. His face isn't. It's not fit.
Flashback. Oh my god, a robot monkey.
Robot monkey. Like the thing about John Lennon's face back then was that it was quite pointy in the face, I would say.
Mm.
And the guy they got wasn't quite pointy enough for mine. But, it's just ridiculous.
Mm.
But they did Paul dirty. But not as much as they did George and Ringo, because we barely saw them.
No.
And it's a Fab Four.
And Scylla got off too lightly.
Oh, fucking can't believe they didn't.
I can't believe there wasn't, during that last fight scene, she wasn't singing Eye of the Tiger over it.
She's managed to steal that from. Who was it who did it? Survivor.
Yeah. She used to eat, was it lemons? I think it was oranges covered in gravy granules, apparently.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I just see her making a phone call. Like, Sinner, this is your cousin.
You know that,
Jane Black.
you know that bland,
sounds?
overrated sound you've been looking for? Well, listen to this. It's just the sound of somebody farting into a microphone.
Surprise, surprise.
Oh my god, look at these
Surprise,
monkeys.
surprise. It was fucking awful. I can't stand Sinner Black.
I still think of that podcast about Top of the Pops where they had a little bit where they just talked about Cilla Black and how she is a perfectly plausible singer, but she doesn't understand what she is singing. She basically she sings the lyrics in the most plainest of ways. She says them in a singy way, if that makes sense. There is no real deeper performance element to it.
I know you say that. I
Ah.
have come to feel as though the majority of Dire Straits songs, and you know how I feel about Dire Straits.
You fucking love them.
I fucking love them up to the end of 1985.
Oh god, is this even going to work? I hope this works.
I feel like a lot of
Didn't
their
work.
songs are in fact more spoken than they are sang.
I may have some bad news for you.
Are you gonna lose?
I think we might lose.
How much more shit have you? How much shit have you lost? Last time?
Sorry?
When was the last time you saved it?
Oh no, we won't lose progress.
Oh, okay.
We'll just lose this. We are going to lose this.
Oh, I can live with that. Okay.
We've been beaten by a robot monkey. See, I told you this was still a challenge.
There's too much luck of a draw involved.
Yeah, and that field card doesn't help. Ah! Oh.
Tristan turned into a monkey robot and ran away.
Monkey robot?
Curse you, evil monkey. Do you remember the evil monkey from Family Guy? Is that still a thing?
You know, I don't know. I haven't thought about that thing in ages. Have you got anything that can
I
help
have.
me, old man?
Heard
Maybe
of
I haven't
Family
seen Family Guy in ages, but
Evil monkey Family Guy. Because it used to be a big thing, didn't it?
yes. Yeah, these cards are not going to help me. I need something that I need like a good trap or something. Okay. That's you just called Tristan a loser, and the poor guy's turned into a monkey, and he's calling him a loser.
Well,
I much prefer
Uh,
American Dad to Family Guy. I think it's the far superior show.
I've not seen enough of either to really make much of an opinion. I just want to say, apparently the Evil Monkeys page on the thing says that eventually the Evil Monkey left Chris's closet and started a new life in Jake Tucker's closet. It is revealed that he twitches because he has a copper deficiency and that he points because he is trying to make conversation.
Oh,
He
bless.
also became good friends with Chris and somewhat replaced Peter as his father. The Evil Monkey has not been heard from since.
Huh.
So,
Such a weird random joke. There's an evil monkey living in my closet.
but actually, it's not evil. It's just
Misunderstood.
yeah, redeemed false protagonist is how they described it.
Mm.
Although that was a hero wiki for like heroes from things, so maybe I'm a bit biased.
Let's do this machine for a bit.
It was my mum's birthday this week.
Oh, happy condolences.
She what year is it? She turned 48.
Gosh, your mum was young when she had you.
Yep, I was due on her 18th birthday.
Gosh,
Yeah.
I thought my mum was young when she had me.
How old was she?
I don't think that's any of your business.
Oh, alright, calm down. Jesus. It's not like I'm gonna hit on her.
She was 23.
It's not young.
Really, I'd quite like to be 23.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22.
Hmm. So I've got to figure out a way to get around these jewels. Only
Well, I
two
believe you can brute force them.
Yeah, only 2 episodes in, and I'm so. Let's see if I can get this thing to evolve. Oh fuck! I can't. Fuck. If I can get one of the later stages, it'll be adorable. This is getting to that stage, isn't it? Just making
yeah.
trying. That's gonna be handy. I ditch because these trap cards work based on attack. But at a certain point, they're just not really viable anymore. What's the best way to do this? I think is it this? It's probably this.
Oh boy, I'm sure I'd be able to contribute if I had a fucking clue what was going on.
Well, hopefully the viewer/listener is doing a bit better. Let's see if Grandpa's got anything in his shop. And then maybe we'll have one more crack at them and call it a day.
Okie dokie.
That's a pretty cool looking card. What is its details say? Huh. Well, that's a no-brainer. That's probably going to be useful and all, isn't it? Fuck it, why not? Take my own advice for a change.
You should always take your own advice.
1, 2, 3. One. 2, 3. No, that's not what I meant to do. Oh, I didn't know we had that. So let's take that in there, that could be useful. That's going to destroy everything on the field. So
Everything or just fair things?
everything. So if it comes to it.
Yes. Reminds me of the Doomsday gun from Bears in Space or whatever it's called.
Mm.
It ends the game.
Actually, I think we need to go to Kai. Well, I think we can do this, but let's go to Kyber Corp. Because that's where it's prompting us to go, but we sort of jumped the gun. I'm surprised that allowed us to do that. Hello, do you know anything about evil monkeys? Do you know anything about evil
Yes,
monkeys?
They might have copper deficiencies.
Yeah. Okay, so they made them and they were shit or something, so they just sent them to the Galapagos Islands. Don't know why.
Fuck knows.
Right. Don't worry, wrapping up soon enough.
I'm not worried.
Calm down. Right. I'm not feeling too confident about this. See, I told you they were still challenging this game. Oh, I've got to put fucking mystical elf in. Oh well.
You daft sod.
That's handy. I think we might be onto a winner here. Yeah, I think we've got this.
Ooh.
Second time's the charm. It's just luck of the draw, really, isn't it?
It really is. Whatever comes out on the day.
Yeah.
It'll be alright.
See, we just swept through that. The monkeys think we're stealing their bananas. So the way we're going to find out which one is Tristan, is that Tristan is shit at playing this card game. So we're going to duel all the monkeys, and the one that's shit is Tristan.
Okay.
This is a friend of ours. You understand?
Just to be clear, we both know it's going to be.
We both know what. Sorry, you cut out.
It's going to be the one you fight last.
I think that's speculation. But yes, it is. Yeah, of course it is. So we'll finish dueling these monkeys or we'll lose, whichever happens first. And then we'll call it.
Kill the monkey. Kill the monkey.
Is there any place you'd like to go in the world for a holiday? You know,
Not right this moment.
is there anywhere you're thinking, you know, I must go there one day?
Well, I want to go to Oktoberfest, but that's it's expensive.
True. When is that?
It's the it's a 2-week event that finished first weekend of. It's mostly September Fest, really.
Yeah, that's what I remember it being like. A question on QI: when does Oktoberfest start? And of course, it's not. It's not October, is it?
No. No, it is not.
No.
Here's a question for you.
Yeah. Oh shit.
On
Shit again. Fuck.
On BBC Radio, on Thursday mornings, they do what do you call it? Like a quiz.
Yeah.
And they, as part of it, they get asked questions because that's simply how quizzes work.
Mm-hmm.
And the 5th question today of 5, the answer was one of the people that was taking part in the quiz.
All right.
Do you feel like that would be cheating?
Well, depends on the question.
The person that was taking part in the quiz was 2 other people.
The person taking part in the quiz was what? Sorry.
The person who was the answer. They were taking part in it against 2 other people.
Were they a celebrity?
They're a member of they're just a member of the team.
Oh, all right. Well, that's sort of fun. It's like a funny little thing in it, really.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, if it's the deciding point in a quiz that they sometimes take quite seriously,
Hmm.
then it feels a bit unfair that they have they're absolutely guaranteed to get that question right.
Did they get it right?
Yeah, and others didn't because they didn't know.
Uh,
And it was the deciding point because it was her and Zoe Ball were joint points at the time.
it reminds me a bit of a prank I saw years ago about it was a radio show, quiz show, and they had people. Oh, this is fucking great. That's going in. They had people phone in, but the joke was that they would say that their correct answers were incorrect,
Oh, okay.
and that pissed me off. You know, 'cause you had people. It was like a specialist subject thing as well. It wasn't just random people in the public. It was people who knew what they were talking about, and they had them ring in. And I remember one guy got really annoyed. That still pisses me off because you're just wasting these people's time. I think, I mean, you and I have spoken about this before in our personal lives, but we both think rather little of the art of the prank, don't we?
Yeah, I mean, there are times where it works and it's nice, but generally speaking, it's just I'll prank you sometimes, but it's a harmless prank, like pretending I'm not here when I am, so I can hear.
Yeah, I don't find those funny.
I mean, surprise!
Oh, look at that, we found him, and you're right, it is the last one.
Oh, however did I guess?
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
I mean, the best one for me has to be All Night Long, with just the weird kid doing the fucking street dance thing. You can tell they found it like a youth club and just stuck it in it.
Yeah,
It's all really weird and it's just
we need to make her seem cool, don't we?
yeah. And then she
They did the same thing with Billy Joel's Uptown Girl video.
was that when he was a mechanic.
Yeah, they had now I know right now that the amount of detail I'm going to give here suggests that it matters. They had two black kids dancing in the video,
Hmm.
and their presence in the video clearly is pointless with the exception of the fact that they are two black kids dancing, right?
Yeah.
You know, it just seemed a bit, you know. I don't have an objection to being there, but when you're doing a music video, you sort of kind of a music video with a story. They should probably be part of that story. Because I mean, that is a music video with a story.
Yes, it is.
Much like "I'm on Fire" by Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with that song?
No.
For the video of it, he's contemplating. He's also a mechanic, and he's told to deliver the house. Sorry, deliver the car that he's working on to the house there because her husband isn't home. Implications are plenty. You know, he's going to knock on the door, give her the invite him, and he's basically singing about that concept. And at the end of it, he just decides to post him through a letterbox and walk home.
I hate to interrupt, but this is Tristan. Tristan, he wasn't the monkey. This whole thing has been a complete waste of time. I would remind you again that the end of the world is at stake. And we've just been pissing about with robot monkeys. Yeah,
And flying around all over the bloody place.
Yeah, I do. I think about the Duran Duran music video for "Feet to a Kill."
I'm not familiar.
Well, they're in the they're on the Eiffel Tower, and there's a weird flying camera, and there's gadgets, and it ends with Simon Le Bon going. The name's the name's Le Bon, Simon Le Bon. Yes. Well, I think I've tortured you enough. What the fuck is Yugi doing?
Breakdancing.
Yeah,
he's got a music video.
Getting his All Night Long on. well, Yugi has a seizure on my bedroom floor, and Joey and I look forward with
Just walk
no
down to it.
no, because it'll fix it, and I don't want to fix
Exactly.
it. I just want to leave that on that note. So yes, we've made some good progress. We've got all but one of the Millennium items, and we've completed some side quests. We're basically almost, I think, almost halfway through the game. So we should get this in. I reckon 5 or 6. Um,
Woo.
so yes, thank you very much for joining us. Please don't yell at me for cheating, and we'll see you next time.
Counterpoint: yell at him for cheating because it means that you're leaving comments.
Bye. Please don't.